Sorry about disappearing. I just haven't really been filming anything because I haven't been doing anything that's interesting enough to film or worth filming. I did film a whole like K-pop tour video, and then for quite literally the entire video I was out of focus, and I also wasn't holding the albums up high enough, so you couldn't see what I was holding. So I just scrapped that video because you couldn't see what was going on. I do want to give a quick apology before this video starts that I have my window open because it is very nice outside, but because it is a Monday, you can hear like the garbage pickup people in my neighborhood, and also there are people outside because it's one of the first Mondays in June. No, it's not the one of, it is the first Monday in June. So yeah, sorry about that. I hope it's not too distracting. You'll also probably be able to hear my cats. They're here too. But today I'm going to do something I've never done before, which is a TBR video. I've actually used to, I used to watch a lot of booktube stuff, and I mean like old school booktube, like Jessie the Reader and Poland, what was it? Poland Books Bananas? Emma Books, like old school booktube. Not whatever is happening on Book Talk. Do Book Talk people even know what's happening on Book Talk? I don't know what's going on Book Talk. I don't use TikTok or any social media. But I used to watch a ton of booktube videos, and so I thought I would do kind of an old school book talk type, not book talk, but booktube type video of just my TBR pile for June. Seeing as it is June, and that means it is Pride Month, all of these books feature queer characters. So let's get started. I have 6 books here, and full disclosure, I've already read one of them. Yes, it is the 2nd of June, and I've already finished one book, but we'll talk about that one when I get to it. The first one I have on my TBR is Making It by Laura Kay. This is about like a TV star and an artist, I think. I'm not 100% sure what this book is actually about because the back of it is kind of like not really that descriptive. This is also an adult novel. I am hesitant with adult novels because, especially ones published recently, because of the whole uptick in spicy romance and stuff, which I think is more of a thing in like straight romance circles than in queer romance circles. But you know, it's a thing in all romance novels. So I don't really read a ton of adult romance novels that are not either historical, with stuff like Cat Sebastian, or that don't have something else going on, with stuff like The Last Binding Trilogy by Freya Marsk, or like the books by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Daisy Jones and the Six, Malibu Rising, Seven Husbands, those books. So yeah, I am very hesitant to read adult romance novels. I'm gonna give this one a try, but I don't know that I'll finish it. Yeah. I'm also hesitant to read like sapphic novels with 2 girls at the center. Because a lot of the time I feel like they are written for straight people and not for actually, like, you know, sapphic people. So again, I'm a bit hesitant about this one, but even if I don't like it, I only paid like $3 for it, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next up I have The Prospects by K.T. Hoffman. I've actually read part of this book already. I think it was like the first couple chapters. I read it last August when I got it. This is about two baseball players, one of whom is the first openly trans baseball player in professional baseball. Yeah. It's, I guess, I don't know, if we're talking about tropes, it's like enemies to lovers or whatever. I think that talking about a book just by its tropes kind of diminishes the story, but I know people are going to be interested in that, so that's what it is. Again, hesitant about this one because it's an adult novel, it's adult romance, but yeah, I've actually, like I said, I already read part of this book, and I did like it. I just put it down and then forgot about it for like 10 months, which is what happens. I do that frequently. So, yeah. Again, we'll see how far I get in this one, even though I actually do like it, just based on the fact that it's an adult romance. Okay, those are the only two adult books. The rest of these I have are YA, which is where I tend to stick for most of my, I guess like most of the queer books I read. I do read a fair amount of queer adult novels. I've read the classics, Seven Husbands, Red, White, Royal Blue, I can picture the cover. It's Casey McQuiston's other adult novel. Not The Pairing. I read that one, I didn't like it. Oh my god, what's it called? That's not how you spell their name. One Last Stop. I've read One Last Stop. I've read those guys. But most of what I tend to read when it comes to romance is YA. So, first up, and I'm gonna try and read this one this month, but I know it's gonna hit me hard, because the first one did too. This is A Scatter of Light by Melinda Lowe. It is the companion novel to Last in the Telegraph Club, which is one of my favorite books ever. And not just because the main character shares my name, but also just because it's so beautiful. It's so incredibly beautiful. This is the companion, like I said. And it's about a girl who is exiled to California to stay with her grandmother, and she meets another girl there. The love interest does have the same name as my dad's partner, which is gonna be hard to read. But I can make it through. I've read books with names of people I know in real life, and also with characters that have my name in them. And by books, I mean one book, and it is just Last Night at the Telegraph Club. So, yeah. I'm gonna try and read this one. I know it's gonna take me out, because Last Night at the Telegraph Club did so hard. I read it in school, and that was a bad idea. I did cry. But, yeah, I am excited to read this one. I just know it's gonna be a tug at the heartstrings. Next up, I have the one I've already finished. This one is called Technically You Started It by Lana Wood Johnson. I'm gonna check that I'm still recording. Yes, I am. Okay. And this is a book about two people, Haley and Martin. I'll explain how it's queer in a second. Who start texting, and it evolves from there. But the thing that I love about this book, and why I finished it so easily, is that it's written entirely in texts. It is just text format. Because I know some people are curious, thinking, how does a male-female relationship equal queer? First of all, you can be bi and in a straight romantic relationship and not be straight. But secondly, Martin is bi and Haley is demisexual, which is actually super duper cool to see on like page and treated totally normally. Not by her, but by Martin. She doesn't know what's going on. But that's because she's just figured it out. In a YA book. This was published in 2019 too, so this was like kind of before most. Can you not do the garbage collection right now? I'm trying to film. Before asexuality was kind of started to become more accepted. I say that hesitantly because it's still not really, but yeah, this book is also just really good. I think now that I finished it yesterday, and that makes like 3 times I've read it all the way through. It's a super quick read. It's super good. If you like books that are written in chat log format, read it. It's fun. So yeah, I really love this book. I think it's it's a little bit obscure, I think, in both the world of YA books and also the world of queer YA books, because it doesn't present as a queer YA book, but it's so good. Okay. 2 more. We have Flip the Script by Lila Lee, which is one of my favorite books of all time. This is so rude! I'm kidding. This is normal. It's happening at the normal time. It's just rude. To interrupt me while I'm talking about gay stuff. Am I still recording? Yeah, I am. Great. I'm just gonna try and move past that. Flip the Script by Lila Lee. This one is about a girl named Hannah who is working on her first ever K-drama opposite her male co-star Brian and her female co-star Minji. And she has to fake date Brian to drum up publicity for the show, when in reality she is falling for Minji behind the scenes. Oops! And the thing that I find so fascinating about this book that really kind of pulls it away from all of the obvious, like, oh, we can't be together kind of queer books, we have to keep this relationship a secret, is not only the fact that it's about 2 semi-famous people, since they're both actors in this K-drama, but also the fact that it is set in Seoul, so we get Korean perspectives on queerness and not American ones or British ones, which is different. It's really interesting. This was published 2022, so it's 3 years ago, so things, you know, have changed and are changing. But yeah, also this book makes me so hungry because I love Korean food. But I'm gluten intolerant, and for those who don't know, soy sauce has wheat in it. And like, so does everything that I love. So I can't have any of the food that they have in this book. But the first time I read it, which was back in 2022, around when it came out. Yeah, I was hungry like the entire time I was reading this book. It's so good. If you take any recommendation away from this video, this one. I love this book so much. Hi, Loki! So, yeah. And the final one, this is actually the most recent release on this list. Well, one of them. But, and I've already read this one, and I've already read this one this year. I read it back in January. And I'm already planning to reread it in full again for this month, because it's so good. This is Finally Fitz by Marissa Cantor. It's about a girl named Fitz, who goes to New York to participate in a, like, I think it's called like a fashion, hold on a minute. Prestigious fashion program at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York, like I said, with her girlfriend, Danny. And then Danny breaks up with her on their first day there, and they have to continue to live together for the entire summer. But while Fitz is there, she meets her former best friend from childhood, Levi, and the two of them hatch a very complicated and somewhat convoluted fake dating scheme to help Fitz win back Danny and Levi win back Sophie. But it's fake dating, so you know where this goes. And both Fitz and Levi are bi, which is very fun to read about, because I feel like we don't often see lead bi men in books. I can think of two off the top of my head. Those are both adult. They're Alex from Red Royal Blue and Andy from We Could Be So Good by Cat Sebastian, which I also recommend. But also, I just recommend, like, most of the 50s, 60s, and 70s romance books by Cat Sebastian. Because she's really good. She's really good. This book also takes place in June in New York, and very clearly Miss Cantor has, like, a lot of knowledge about New York, because I think she actually... Yes. Yeah, it says in her bio here that she lived in New York. So this book is just written by somebody who has a love for New York and all of the chaos that comes with it. And I love this book. This is technically a companion novel to another book called As If on Cue, which I didn't like nearly as much, mostly because I hate Natalie. She was a horrible, horrible person, which I think is kind of the point, but anyway, that's not at all relevant to this book, even though she's in it, but only briefly. Yeah. So that is my June TBR, a TBR full of queer books. The one I'm gonna start reading next is Flip the Script, because I wanted to reread this for a couple of months now, but I was waiting for June to do it, and also until I finished The Raven Boys. Oh man, I've got 6 more books to read in that series. I do love The Raven Boys, but oh damn. So, yes, thank you for watching. I want to do more TBR videos. I don't know if I'm going to do any book reviews, because when I read a good book, I kind of just talk about how good it is, and when I read a bad book, I kind of just get angry. But, yeah, I do want to do more TBR videos and more bookish kind of videos, because I love reading. I love books. My bedroom is, like, completely covered in books. If I've been looking up, like, this way a lot of this video, that's because I have a bookshelf up there with all of my queer historical fiction on it. If I've been looking over here, it's because where all my books are. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed my first ever attempt at a TBR video. Okay, I thought my neighbor was outside. My window's open. I really don't want them to hear me talking to myself. So, yeah, that's it. You can like and subscribe if you want to. What are you reading this June, if you're reading anything in particular? I know what my mom's reading in June, but she'll probably leave it in the comments anyway. Okay, yeah, bye.